out in the 1992 Porsche 911 964 Carrera 2, and we are going to do the Meet the Owner video, and I'm here with the owner Tom. Say hi, Tom.
Hello.
So we're just going to do usual Meet the Owner video. We're just out on a quick run in the local area. Absolutely boiling hot day, but because we obviously want you to be able to hear what we're saying, we've got the roof up on this car, even though it is a cabriolet. So Tom, tell us, how long have you owned this lovely 911 for?
So I've had this car about 14 years.
14 years, okay. Yeah. So long time ago.
Long time,
yeah. And then what sort of drove you to originally purchase this car?
Well, originally I had a 944,
Okay.
and when I was buying a 944, I was in two minds whether I should buy a 911 or a 944.
Yeah.
But I went with the 944 because I thought it was I didn't know a better car, but something I could cope with a bit more.
Yeah, sure.
And I basically regretted buying a 944, not because it wasn't a brilliant car,
Yeah.
but because it wasn't an 911.
Yeah. They're quite
So,
different. They're lovely cars, but they're very different, aren't they?
Yes, they're very. And when the opportunity arose, when I was made redundant,
Sure.
I went and bought this.
Yep.
And I also bought a Land Rover at the time as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so a bit about yourself, I guess. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned that pretty much the only cars that you've owned or you like to own are Porsches and Land Rovers.
Yeah. So I mean, I've had all the series Land Rovers and the Defenders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I decided after owning the two Porsches, because I love the Porsches so much, and they were so reliable, and I mean every year I had to spend money on the Land Rover.
Sure.
On both on Porsches, I didn't have to do anything other than change the oil and brakes.
Yeah.
And obviously tyres, but they work, they don't stop.
Yeah.
They sound beautiful, they look beautiful.
Yeah.
And the cabriolet is just brilliant.
Yeah.
I just love the car. They're just really nice cars. It'd be sad to see this go.
Yeah. Sure. And then with having owned it for 14 years, how have you kind of used the car? I guess has it been like you've taken it on any trips, or weekend car, any shows, that kind of thing?
I never took the car out in winter, so I would get the car out in April, and I would use it for work 2 or 3 times a week when it wasn't raining.
Okay.
And then as soon as the weather started to turn, it would just go back into storage.
Yeah.
And then I would get it out the following year, MOT, tax it. So I only ever used it in the summer.
Sure.
I was going to say something else then. And it was only ever used generally because I worked all the time, you see. The only time I got to drive the car was when I was going to and from work.
Okay.
So that was like 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. But I was happy with that. And occasionally we went to a Porsche show in it.
Yeah.
Or we went to a kit car show, or we went to a Land Rover show, we'd go in a Porsche.
Cool.
Or if it was a nice day today, we'd just go out and have a beer and go out in a Porsche. But I never went far in it. I mean, even bought it local to where I live.
Yeah.
And I think the fastest I've done is 120, but I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to say that. 120 kilometers an hour. Yeah, sure. I guess this is a lovely car to be doing a daily commute in. I think most people know that Adam and I, we absolutely love the Porsche, and it's amazing going around this car. Being 964 generation after the one that I own, but there's still so many similarities. Dash, door cards, door opening on the inside. Amazing how many parts kind of carried on into this era, but then so many improvements as well in that sense. Yeah, fair enough. And then with regards to car, I think you mentioned that you keep it stored in a garage, is it?
It's always been dry stored. So when I first got it, I didn't have a garage, so I went in a car coon. Okay. Yeah. Which is a continually ventilated atmosphere. Yeah. And then it went into a storage facility inside the car coon. Yeah. And then it went into a garage with just a cover on it. And for the last 3 years, it's only ever gone to and from the MOT station. Actually, it might be even longer than that. 3 or 4 years. I only ever went from the garage to the MOT station and back again. Yeah. Because I always wanted it MOT'd. because I always wanted that option to take it out. But I just was too involved with work, too involved with children, and I never got to go out in it that much. Really.
Sure.
And you can see that from the mileage. I think I got it with 66,000 on the clock.
Yep.
And in the 14 years, I think I've done just on 20,000 miles.
Sure.
So, you know, for that length of time, it's not done a lot of mileage.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, and then obviously it's coming to sale now. So what's your reason for sale, Tom?
Well, the circumstances are really personal, and I've had to sacrifice basically everything, and this is the last thing to go now.
Okay.
Because I've got things I've got to do, and there are more important priorities, unfortunately. And it will break my heart to let this go, even though I don't drive it a lot.
Yeah.
It's the second of two cars that I never thought I'd see myself getting rid of.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so so like you said it earlier on as well, when you were just saying it's the car that you're sorry to see it go, but unfortunately circumstances mean that you need to do that. All right. Well, look, Tom, thanks very much for that information and taking us on this short trip. Thank you very much.